There once lived a wealthy man who had everything his heart desired. Yet he harbored a deep concern for his son, who, surrounded by opulence, remained untouched by the true value of life. The father feared that his son's perception of the world was skewed, blinded by the shimmering facade of their wealthy existence. He yearned for his son to understand the meaning of true happiness, which he believed stemmed not from material possessions, but from simpler, more profound experiences. The father decided to take his son on a journey. He sought to peel away the layers of privilege and expose his son to the raw and unfiltered realities of life. He wanted his son to witness firsthand the lives of those who found joy and contentment without the trappings of wealth. This journey, he believed, would be a life-altering experience, a chance for his son to discover the true essence of happiness. The father chose a remote village, nestled amidst rolling hills and verdant fields, as their destination. The journey to the village was long and arduous. They traversed bustling city streets, their sleek car a stark contrast to the humble bicycles and donkey carts that shared the road. As they left the city behind, the landscape transformed, giving way to sprawling fields and quaint villages. The air grew fresher, filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers and the earthy aroma of freshly tilled soil. The son, accustomed to the comforts of his luxurious car, grew restless during the long drive. He fidgeted in his leather seat, his gaze flitting impatiently out the window. As they ventured deeper into the countryside, the son witnessed a side of life he had only ever glimpsed on television. He saw farmers toiling in the fields, their brows glistening with sweat as they worked the land with calloused hands. He saw children playing barefoot in the dirt, their laughter echoing through the air, their faces lit up with pure, unadulterated joy. As they finally approached the remote village, a sense of tranquility washed over them. The villagers, dressed in simple clothes, greeted them with warm smiles and genuine hospitality. The villagers welcomed the father and son with open arms, offering them the best of their humble hospitality. The son, initially apprehensive, found himself drawn to the warmth and genuineness of the villagers. He was fascinated by their way of life, so different from his own. He watched in awe as the women skillfully wove intricate patterns on hand looms, their hands moving with practiced ease. He listened intently as the village elders shared stories of their ancestors, their voices filled with wisdom and experience. The children of the village, his own age, embraced him as one of their own. They taught him their games, simple yet filled with laughter and joy. For the first time in his life, the son experienced the joy of simple pleasures. He found solace in the tranquility of the surrounding nature, the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze, the melodious chirping of crickets as the sun began its descent. Section 4. A father's anticipation. As the days turned into nights, the father observed his son closely. He had anticipated complaints about the lack of luxury, the absence of his video games, and the constant connection to the digital world. He expected his son to miss the comfort and convenience of their life back in the city. However, the complaints never came. The son, much to the father's surprise, seemed to be thriving in this new environment. His initial apprehension had given way to a genuine curiosity, an eagerness to embrace this unfamiliar way of life. He found joy in the simplicity of his surroundings, his days filled with laughter, adventure, and a newfound appreciation for the natural world. The father couldn't help but feel a sense of pride as he witnessed his son's transformation. The boy, who had once been detached and indifferent, was now engaged and full of life. Section 5. The Boy's Revelation. One evening, as the sun cast long shadows across the village, the father and son sat together, a comfortable silence settling between them. The father, eager to understand his son's perspective, decided to break the silence. So he began, his voice gentle. "What do you think of this life? Do you miss home?" The son, lost in thought, took a moment to respond. "Father," he finally said, his voice filled with a newfound wisdom, "I've realized something important during our time here." He paused, gathering his thoughts. "These people, they may not have much," he continued, "but they have something we don't." "What's that?" the father asked, genuinely curious. "They have each other," the son replied, his voice filled with conviction. "They find joy in simple things, in helping each other, in celebrating life's little victories." The father listened intently, his heart swelling with pride. His son, once oblivious to the true meaning of happiness, had finally begun to see the world through a different lens. Section 6. Discovering True Wealth. The journey back to the city was a quiet one, filled with reflection rather than restlessness. The son, no longer fidgeting, gazed out the window, his mind abuzz with newfound understanding. He realized that true wealth was not measured in money or possessions, but in the richness of relationships, in the beauty of the natural world, and in the joy of simple pleasures. They returned to their world of luxury, but it no longer held the same allure. The son carried the lessons he had learned in the village, a newfound appreciation for the simpler things in life etched deeply within him. He sought out genuine connections, valuing the time spent with family and friends above material possessions. The father, witnessing his son's transformation, felt a profound sense of gratitude. He realized that the greatest gift he could give his son was not a life of material wealth, but a life rich in experiences, empathy, and an understanding of the true value of life.